Hi, welcome to Horsley Retirement Adventures. This is going to be my first YouTube video ever in my life. So I'm going to start off with the best, and I'm talking about the best caramel corn you'll ever eat. And this recipe comes from my wife, Toni's grandmother, Pearl Davis, all the way out of Iowa. So anyway, this is a very old recipe. Not everybody knows it. Matter of fact, I would say maybe 5 people know this recipe. But hopefully after today, 1 million people will know it. So anyway, it's a caramel corn recipe. And what you're going to need to start off with is 2 cups of brown sugar, half a cup of butter, half a cup of corn syrup, light corn syrup, a teaspoon of some salt, a half a teaspoon of butter flavoring, and one of the best ingredients, and hard to get, is a teaspoon of burnt sugar flavoring. But you must have this to accomplish the great flavor this is going to blow your mind. I mean, this is the absolute best caramel corn you'll ever eat. I can guarantee it. Guarantee it. So first, I want to get you a pan with a handle on it. All right. Because this is important, because you're gonna need this handle later on. So you need a pan with a handle. We're gonna put our butter in there right away. I could have prepared this a little bit better maybe by having everything ready, but again, it's my first video, so sorry. Maybe things will get better. And most of my videos are gonna be more adventurous, more fishing, outdoorsy kind of stuff. With my buddy Chris. We're going to go out and do some fishing and everything. We've already done that. Chris already has a channel, Nichols Retirement Empire. A lot of people have watched that. And so anyway, I'm still going to be fishing with Chris, but he's going to be fishing on my channel as well. So that's going to be pretty cool. Half a cup of corn syrup, which would be right about there. This is the kind of popcorn I use, by the way. And I use my popcorn popper, which is the air popper. Does a pretty good job, keeps it nice and fluffy. So anyway, pour that in. Nice and slowly. Okay, now what I do is, and I'm not a cook by any means. My wife told me how to do this, but I put it in the microwave. I'm going to walk out of the view of the camera, put this in the microwave for 20 seconds. Be right back. Okay. Just realized I forgot my cup. Okay, so while that's doing that, I'm going to try to get my brown sugar ready. 2 cups packed brown sugar. Okay, that's done. Okay, see how, now watch that. Look at that. It all comes out very quickly. There we go. All right, 2 cups of brown sugar. Doesn't have to be so quick. But it does have to be at level cups. Okay, there's 1. Might get 2 out of this. If I wouldn't have spilled half of it in the sink, I'd have got 2. But I got another whole bag, so that's okay. But you definitely need to have exactly 2 cups of brown sugar. Okay. That looks good all by itself. Okay, put that in. I always put my ingredients over here because I'll forget what I've done and what I haven't done. Then you put in the butter flavoring. And I believe the butter flavoring is 1/2 teaspoon. Not much. But you gotta turn the teaspoon up so it actually goes in the teaspoon. 1/2. You guys probably didn't notice that, but I had my teaspoon like this, so it didn't work. Then 1 teaspoon of burnt sugar flavor. I was told you could only get this in Dunlap, Iowa, but maybe not. So anyway, put that in there. Okay. Then you need a teaspoon of salt. My ingredients over there. Salt, pepper, sugar. My teaspoon. Put that in there. Put the lid on nice and tight so no accidents. Okay, now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put this on the stove and we're gonna start cooking it. Okay, now I've got it on the stove. I'm gonna get my wooden spoon because the wooden spoon is the best thing to use. Kind of mix it all together. Okay. It's kind of a long process. But meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and get my oven going to, got my directions, 250 degrees. I'm going to use the lower oven. Bake 250. And start. Okay, so while that's preheating, I'll go ahead and get this going. Melt this down so it's boiling. I'm telling you, this is, you know, I'm sure you guys don't trust a guy cooking by any means. And I'm really not a good cook at all. But I am a great Carmel corn maker, cooker, whatever you want to call it. And I'm guaranteeing this Carmel corn, if you do follow the directions and you do it exactly the way I'm telling you, it's going to blow your mind because it's just the best. I've never had a single person tell me that they did not like the Carmel corn I made. Matter of fact, a lot of people just say it's the best. So here we go. That's what it's going to be. It's the best. It's going to blow your mind. And if you like caramel corn, and this is the best thing for the holidays, you guys are going to you're going to love this. Just absolutely love it. It'll be the best stuff, caramel corn you ever made. Okay, I'm going to let this get ready to boil. So I don't want to bore you while we're doing this, but it's got to boil. I want to bring it to a boil, and it's got to boil for 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything ready, get it boiling, and then I'll show you the secret ingredients after it boils for 5 minutes. Okay, it's almost getting ready to boil. So you got to make sure you keep stirring it so you don't burn anything. So you want to bring it to a boil, and you boil it. Once it starts to a boil, you boil it for 5 minutes. Well, no, you don't boil it; it boils for 5 minutes. But you know, I don't know all these terms. But anyway, I know it says to boil for 5 minutes, and I made this probably 20 times at least. So you boil it for 5 minutes, and as you boil it, you want to make sure you stir it so it doesn't get all burnt up or any of that stuff. So it's starting to boil. It is 2:04 on my clock. So at 2:09, I will add 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And I've got it preloaded so I don't put it in the back of the spoon. It's already ready to go. And that's kind of like the secret ingredient towards the end of this project. That it's got to be the magic that does it. Because it changes the whole color of the caramel corn stuff. So anyway, first YouTube video, caramel corn, the best caramel corn in the world. My background is definitely not fishing, or definitely not cooking. It's not really fishing either. My background is I was in the United States Air Force for 20 years, and I retired. And I've been doing a lot of fishing with my buddy Chris at on his YouTube channel, and I really enjoy that. So I wanted to decide. We decided, you know what? I'm going to try my own channel, but Chris is going to be on while we're fishing, and so we're going to try that and see how it works. And really, just wanted to try a video. So I know how to cook this. I know it's going to be great. I know you'll all like it. So as you can see, it's starting to change colors already. It's kind of a light brown. I'm going to show it to you right here. But I'm stirring it so it doesn't burn, and it's 2:06, so I got 3 more minutes to stir it, and then the magic begins. But as I do this, I want to let everybody know, if you know, just comment on the comments section. My background, you know, I said was Air Force, but I was also a facility superintendent, operations, or whatever you'd call it. You know, it's just a name, but I took care of a lot of buildings, took care of a lot of maintenance stuff. So I do a lot of odd jobs around the house. I do a lot of fix-it things. So if there's anything in your house that you can't fix, or you want to have fixed, or you don't want to call a plumber, or these days you can't call a plumber, or these days you can't call anybody to help you because of the COVID restrictions, just text me, or not text me, but put it on my comments section. Say, hey, Paul, I got problems with my toilet keeps running. What do I do? I can help you with that. I can help you with any little household items, because I'm a Mr. Fix-It kind of guy. So if anybody wants to see that, that's going to be part of my YouTube videos as well, as how to fix things around the house. But if you have something going on right now and you need it fixed, and you might want some help, do a comment. Let me know what it is. I will YouTube it, show you how to fix it, and well, hopefully show you how to fix it. And so anyway, I thought that might be a good idea, as well as fishing with Chris, which is our passion. So we're going to have a lot of fishing videos, and I'll probably be doing some fish cooking too after, and maybe some fish cleaning and all that stuff. I'm trying to fill in some time while it's 2:07 right now, so I got 2 more minutes. But it's starting to really get fluffy. And again, you want to keep stirring it. And you can see the color's getting kind of a light brown color. And don't touch it. I'm telling you right now. I don't know how hot it is, but I know it's hot. So you don't want to touch it. I mean, it's going to burn you. There ain't no doubt about it. It'll burn you. Now it's getting so hot that it doesn't even stick to the side of the pan. 1 more minute, and I'm going to add the secret ingredients, and then I'm going to pour it on this popcorn. This is where I get burnt a couple times. But that's why I use the handle now. I used to not have a handle. Let me tell you something. You got those things and you got your mitts on there? That doesn't work at all. I mean, like I said, I got modeling hands, and that just burns my hands, so that's not a good idea. So I use this handle thing now. So much better. Less, stuff dripping on me. Okay, 2:09. Now what you want to do, you got to remove it from the heat. Shut that off. And then you put in this magic baking soda. I mean, it's just 1 little half spoon. Now see the color of it right now? Watch this after I turn it. Okay. Now look at the color. Look at that. That is just perfect. This is probably going to be, every time I make it, it's my best. So it's probably going to be my best again. Then you pour it in your caramel, or in your corn, sort of like this. Somebody asked me the other day, Tammy asked me, how do I get it covered so much? Well, I pour a little bit in at a time, then I just keep turning it, just like this. This is where you get a little bit on your hands, sometimes. Well, the majority of the times, like right there, I just got a little bit of hotness on my hands. It's just, but you know what, it's okay. So you get that, still got some more, pour some more on. You want to be kind of quick, because you don't want this setting up, then you have one big gigantic thing of caramel, and that's not going to be good. They'll never come out of the pan either. All right. I'm gonna do all that. I try to do as much. Now you don't lick the spoon. I was just joking. You don't want to lick the spoon. Okay, keep stirring and stirring and ouch and stirring. Okay, it's not done by any means, folks, but I'm not going to have this thing going while I'm gonna have it cooking while you're not watching. Okay. So anyway, you get it. You get a nice covering of it. Then you put it in your oven, and for 15 minutes. Okay. Put it in there for 15 minutes, and then I'll show you what you do after that. Okay. I put it in my oven at 250, and every 15 minutes you take it out and you stir it like I just did. And meanwhile, you can just go ahead and soak this because it's already become caramel candy. So, uh-oh, I spilled some on my stove too. Oh well. Anyway, you do that for 15 minutes. I'll bring it out. I'm cooking it for 15. I'll bring it out. I'll stir it. Cook it for 15. Bring it out. Stir it. Cook it for 15. Bring it out and stir it. And then I'll cook it for 15 more minutes. So it's a total of 1 hour. And then I'll show you when I bring it out. After the hour, I'll stir it and get everything ready for you. All right? All right. Popcorn's been in there for an hour. Every 15 minutes, I turned it. And it's time to take it out. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel that baby. That's what it looks like. Perfect popcorn. Then I want to stir it one last time to make sure it's all coated. And this is what I did every time I stirred it. You go from the bottom and you turn it upside down. Go from the bottom and you keep turning it. And I just want to show you how well that is coated now. And that's another key to making this be the best popcorn ever. Is to turn it 4 times within the hour and let it bake on. Just look at that. Okay, I'm gonna pour some in here. Pour some on my stove. And if you want, you probably can make caramel corn popcorn balls. You can do that as well. You just pour it in. It's nice and warm. Let it drip everywhere. And there we go. It's just about perfect. I got it everywhere. Got some more here. I'll put that down in there. Got a bowl that's too small, but that's okay. The rest I'm just going to go ahead and stir again. Break it loose so it doesn't stick to the pan. And you know what else I'm going to do with it? I'm probably going to eat it right out of this pan because when it's warm like this, it's outstanding. And that is it. This, my friends, is going to be the best caramel corn you can ever eat. I guarantee it. Oh, one other thing I forgot to say is, let me take a bite of this first because I don't want to look at this. Just look at that. So good. Thank you for watching Horsley, Retirement, Adventures, and more even. And if Chris comes over here to help me edit this, I'm going to give him and Tammy some of this to take home so they can enjoy it. Thanks again.